So Kaspa just turned bullish. Now everyone's talking about it. Is this the pump back towards all-time highs? I noticed something on the charts that's very interesting that I want to show you guys. This is a video you do not want to miss, that is for sure. But remember, nothing here is financial advice. I could always be wrong. Make sure you guys do own research. Now, real quick before I continue, for anyone looking for a great crypto exchange, check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000. It requires no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that still plays around with leverage because you know what you're doing, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below for anyone that's interested. All right, so if you guys have been watching me for a while, you'd have heard me say multiple times how everyone's a long-term holder until the price starts going down. Kaspa's price has been struggling over the last year or so, and we saw a lot of investors that used to talk highly about Kaspa suddenly just disappear, stop talking about Kaspa, decide to sell Kaspa to buy some meme coins, which crashed even more than Kaspa. It's absolutely hilarious. But with this pump that we're seeing right now, I can almost guarantee you guys that if Kaspa really start to explode and make new all-time highs, those people that were selling Kaspa is going to FOMO back into Kaspa, buy at all-time highs, and pretend like nothing ever happened. Just absolutely funny. But before I continue in Kaspa, let me start off with getting into the crypto bubbles here. So we're seeing more green than red yet again today. Actually, yeah, I'm seeing a little bit more green than red. So the last 5 days or so has been pretty decent in the overall market. So I'm happy with the performance of the market. Now, is this a die cap bounce? I've made multiple videos talking about where I see Bitcoin going in the short term and then pulling back. You guys can go back throughout my channel and watch those videos. But right now, I'm a happy man. Any green day is a good day. Okay, but let's get into the fear and greed index here. 22 extreme fear. So we're slowly climbing, which is great, but you guys need to understand that if you're going to be buying the dips, you need to buy the dips when we're in extreme fear and don't wait for this thing to flip into extreme greed. That's the same mistake that people continue to make every time in this space. Now, I'm not telling anyone that you should be buying right now. Where you should have been buying was a couple days ago, but regardless, the market is still down. So even if you wanted to buy at these levels, I think it's okay. Right, but let's get into Kaspa related stuff. So just a few days ago, when I Googled Kaspa, there was nothing. People weren't talking about Kaspa. And the reason why people weren't making articles on Kaspa was because the price wasn't doing anything. So everyone went silent. But Kaspa started to make some moves. It's been the top gainer on CoinMarketCap, I think the last couple days or a couple days ago. I even saw it trending on X a couple days ago. So obviously, now people's going to want to start talking about Kaspa again. Okay, check out a couple of these articles. So this one right here, Kaspa crypto whales accumulating non-stop, cash source 50% breaching 1.6 billion. Another article here, Kaspa and the future of crypto payroll. We all know that payroll is massive moving forward for the crypto space. And now they're talking about Kaspa and the future crypto payroll in the title. So again, Kaspa's movement gets people talking. What else do we have here? These are the top 3 crypto gainers this Thanksgiving. What's next? And let's see, Kaspa is the first here that you see on the list. Another one, 4 hours ago, Kaspa's price jumped 66%. Can momentum push Kaspa towards December's bigger targets? Right? So everybody is making articles on Kaspa right now. And this is what I love to see. But we're not out of the woods yet because there's still a lot of resistance to break through. But eventually, I do believe that Kaspa will do it. It will pull through. You just have to have a little bit of patience. Now, I want you guys to check this out. This was a very interesting post. So over the past several months, the holder of Kaspa's largest address has been aggressively accumulating CAS. This holder's demand for CAS is so strong that even if every miner sold all newly mined CAS exclusively to them, it still wouldn't meet their demand. They must therefore acquire some of their CAS from existing holders, not just from new supply. Notice that wallet number one's net accumulation surged in the aftermath of the October 10th market crash. While some existing holders sold or were liquidated, wallet number one was aggressively accumulating. Ah, I am telling you guys, this is just the beginning of what's to come. Somebody knows something, and there's a reason why wallet number one has been aggressively accumulating. Something big is on the horizon, in my personal opinion. Okay, what does X has to say about what's going on here now? So, Kaspa now holds $1.6 billion market cap, landing in the top 100. Well, it's been in the top 100 for a couple years, but anyways, strong buying meets thin sell side liquidity, while long-term holders keep coins off the market, which you should be doing. Kaspa's largest wallet recently topped 1.2 billion CAS, outpacing miner output and creating supply pressure. Its Ghost Dag tech allows parallel block processing for fast, secure transactions, drawing attention amid the rally. And this is why now people are talking about Kaspa and Payroll, right? As you can see in this article. You guys can check out this article, actually. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, I have no worries with my Kaspa bags. Like I've been telling you guys, I hold Kaspa, but I also have other coins in my portfolio, which keeps my portfolio up while Kaspa has not been doing anything. I mean, the overall market hasn't been doing anything over the last, like, what, month and a half or something like that. But during the good times in the markets, I just make some swing trades and keep your portfolio elevated so that you don't like lose your mind because everything else is rallying except for Kaspa. So this is why I keep my bags and I have no worries. And sometimes I get some hate in the comment section. People are like, oh, why are you still talking about Kaspa? Because it's a long-term hold for me. I'm still making money elsewhere. I don't need to panic. But anyways, let's talk about the price action now. So check out the volume for Kaspa in the last 24 hours. It is up 98%, over 98%. And in terms of price, this thing is up almost 10% in the last week, almost 10% in the last 24 hours as well. And the fact that it's still not listed on Coinbase or Binance is an absolute joke. This thing is sitting at spot number 47 on CoinMarketCap. Spot number 47. The bullish sentiment, it's always in the top, like it's either spot number 1, 2, or 3 in terms of bullish sentiment on CoinMarketCap. Like Kaspa is just, I don't know. I don't know how anyone cannot be bullish on this thing, regardless of the price action. But check this out. This indicator fired a bullish momentum on Kaspa. This is the first time we've seen a bullish momentum fired on Kaspa since all the way back in July of 2025. So it's been a while since it's fired a bullish momentum. So I'm definitely happy to see this. You guys can find the indicator down below in the description if you want. It's called Trade Assist. Lets you know it's a good time to buy, sell crypto, and when there's a bullish and bearish momentum happening. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, the markets has been rallying a little bit. I mean, Bitcoin is sitting at 91,000. So maybe every single coin has fired a bullish momentum, and every single coin, the charts look something quite similar. Let's remove this indicator for a second. I want you guys to really take this in because that is definitely not the case. You take a look at something like Solana, right? Take a look at its upwards movement. It's not as vicious as Kaspa's. I don't see a bullish momentum fired here. Take a look at something like Potential Tau. The upwards movement, not as vicious. No bullish momentum. Something like Say, definitely not as vicious. Something like Ondo, definitely not as vicious, right? So Kaspa is really looking like it wants to take off. And let's remove this indicator once more. You can see that it actually broke above this previous resistance at 0.055. And it's currently sitting at the next resistance, which was 6 cents. Okay, it actually came a little bit above that. So now, yeah, it topped at this resistance at 0.062. The next resistance is going to be 0.066. Like there's so many resistance along the way for Kaspa. But this looks like it's the start of a potential rally. We'll see. One thing that I've learned this bull cycle, at least for 2025, is the runners are typically the coins that people least expect to run. And Kaspa could be one of those runners. So as long as the markets remain in a favorable direction, I don't see why Kaspa cannot eventually break 10 cents, 15 cents, and get back towards all-time highs. All depends on what Bitcoin is doing, though, because if Bitcoin crashes, Kaspa is going to pull back as well. Probably. You never know. But anyways, Kaspa is looking good to me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links down below. And until next time, take care.